Новия Huawei P30Pro. Променяме правилата на фотографията.
Cinema Confidential is currently in Warsaw, Poland, where we're gonna attend the pre-premiere and meet some of the key players behind the brand new TV series World on Fire. World on Fire is inspired by events surrounding the Second World War, but it tells us through the point of view of human stories.
What's going on in Poland right now? What were your sweetheart in the firing line?
He's a translator, not a soldier.
Well, you think the bombs can tell the difference, do you?
Complicated stories from all over Europe, love, unexpected friendships and loss are the basis of the TV series that introduces new and fresh faces to the screen, but also relies on loved actors such as Sean Bean, Helen Hunt and Leslie Manville. When talking about a TV series dedicated to the Second World War, the city of Warsaw is one of the places that you definitely have to visit and one of the cities definitely used for the production. As you can see here, I'm currently at one of the commemoration places for the victims of the Second World War. But you can follow a lot of these monuments and a lot of different venues to see how the city pays a tribute to the people they've lost.
My character is called Douglas Bennett, and he has a daughter and a son. And he's a bus conductor. He's president and works as a bus conductor, and he lives in a working class background area. And but he's a man who's suffering very much from the effects of the First World War and the mental damage and the physical kind of manifestations that caused him. He was a victim of a mustard gas attack, amongst other things, which impaired him and it damaged him mentally and physically.
What did you think? Did it turn out what you expected or better?
Usually the experience of watching it is strange because you're hopefully really invested in the story and invested in all the characters except for your own one. So that makes it really difficult because you kind of watch through your fingers when you're on screen. But what was cool about this is that because there are lots of different storylines, you could become really, I certainly could be completely in the story and not get distracted too much by all the bad things that I was doing.
By bad things, do you mean being in love with two women?
Oh, well I meant actually my bad acting, but that as well. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's difficult because I play Harry Chase, and he is really flawed when we meet him, and there's a lot wrong with him, and he gets a lot wrong, and there is part of me that watches it, and it's hard because you think, oh, I know what you can be, and maybe without giving anything away, I know what you become, and I know the real person, and so watching him make these mistakes and watching him be careless and reckless, it is kind of, it's not that fun to watch.
Yeah. You're one of the main characters, and Lois is a very cool, interesting person. Why do you like her?
I think she was just different to any character I've read before in a period drama, in the way that from the offset, when we meet her in episode 1, she's standing up for what she believes in. She's very vocal about her beliefs, and she doesn't think too far ahead about the consequences. And I think that's really admirable, especially in a female character. We don't see that often. And the fact that she's able to juggle everything. So she is looking after her father and her brother, but then she also grasps the opportunity that the war brings her to go and sing with her best friend. And I just love how much energy she puts into every sort of branch of her life.
How do you feel being part of such a huge production? I'm guessing it's gonna do a lot for your career. And you are playing next to, well, Leslie Manville plays your mom.
He's not like that.
No man is ever like that, until they are.
I still remember one of her lines that she told you, that modesty is for people without ambition. Okay. Are you ambitious, Harry?
That's funny. I love that line. I like that line as well. I don't agree with that line. I think it's possible to be ambitious and also realistic. Yeah. And I think maybe with realism comes some modesty.
I'm sure you earned your spot to be there. It's not like somebody
I guess so. You do have to, I don't know, 5 auditions. You have to jump through a lot of hoops to get there. But with that said, I felt so grateful to be doing it and very scared to be doing it as well for lots of reasons. Partly to be working with such incredible people like Leslie. It's both exciting and frightening. And in terms of what it will be or what it will do for my career, I'm not sure I think of it that way so much as, but I do think of it as it's a brilliant thing going forward because it was such an educational experience. Like I learned a lot on every job, but this definitely more than any job I've ever done.
How do you feel being in that period? I mean, the costumes obviously help you guys a lot. I'm sure, and I know that you had wonderful locations.
Oh yeah.
But how do you feel being there?
It's really special for me to be back in that period because I've grown up with so many stories of the war from my grandparents, who are sadly no longer here, but to get to honour some of those stories is something that means a lot to me. And yeah, getting in that costume with the hair and makeup, and my dad actually put a photo of me beside a photo of my granny and we looked so similar. So it was really lovely because I've always think it's such a beautiful period, and just the way that everyone makes such an effort to look presentable all the time, and the clothes, the hair, the makeup, as you say, the venues that we shot in. But the worlds that all the creatives made around us made it very easy to just be immersed and do our jobs.
And how do you think Lois is going to change your acting career?
Ooh, hopefully for the better. I am so blessed that with Lois I was able to show such an emotional journey, so hopefully I'll demonstrate that I can play lots of different characters, because Lois herself goes through many different feelings and personalities, and you'll see lots of different light and shade to her character. I'd love to be able to do the series again, so hopefully may this continue. But I think it's such a great opportunity for me and Jonah and Sophia as young actors to, a great springboard.
A character that you would really like to play one day?
I'd like to do a Shakespeare role. I'd like to do a play.
On stage?
On stage, yeah.
You certainly have the accent for that, so.
Well, I guess so. I'm really keen to just try everything, and I did Shakespeare at school, and all the actors that I like the most and respect the most have done film, TV and theatre, and what better way than to do, a Shakespeare play. So
in that case, Hollywood and Oscar and stuff like that are not the ultimate goal, or just playing incredible characters?
No, it's not actually. It's really not the ultimate goal. I think I'd probably accept an Oscar if I got given one.
How noble of you!
But if I really had to and I was free that day.
We've got enemies at every border. We all need to do our bit.
And Gregors?
Gregors is with me. Gregors will be fine.
Keep Kasia safe.
I love you.
But you need to leave. I can help you.
I am not going anywhere.
Dobra, mówię co myślę. Jeżeli zajdzie taka potrzeba, będziemy otwierać ataki Niemców cały dzień i całą noc, bo jesteśmy Polakami!
Tell me about Conrad.
Conrad is a boss of the post office, boss of whole defense of the post office in Danzig. There was a guy whose name was Konrad Guderski, and he really lived, and he really was a boss of defense of the post office. But in real life, he died at the very beginning of defense. He killed himself defending and not letting Germans to in the post office. So he sacrificed his life. But the screenwriters here extended his life, and I'm gonna live.
Yeah, it's good.
Which is good for me.
How did you end up in this production?
Well, actually, it's a fruit of a Cold War movie.
Yeah.
And because the director, Adam Smith, and the DOP and the producer, they all live in Manchester, and they went for a screening of Cold War movie, and they just said, we need those guys in the movies, so it was really nice for us.
Musimy się jakoś skontaktować z tymi posiłkami.
Nie będzie żadnych posiłków.
So is it a sort of a, I'm going to say curse, obviously that's not the word, but to be a Polish actor you do a lot of war films. Is that the deal or not really?
Well, if it's a war movie, I already did, I used to play Germans from time to time, so I'm really happy right now I'm a Polish soldier or a former Polish soldier.
Warsaw has surrendered and life will be piekłem.
Z kim jesteś? Chcę do was dołączyć.
Are you happy with, finally launching this big project?
It is always an exciting and a very nerve-wracking time when you're releasing something like this because, as I was just saying, you care about something and you work on it for months, years with this huge team of wonderful people and you're all building this thing together and you're all always talking about it, thinking about it, analysing it and then it just goes out and you've got to just wait and see whether people love it as you've loved it and enjoy the things you hope they'll enjoy and how they react. And it's exciting, but it is nerve-wracking as well because you just don't know, you can never predict it. And it's been a really joyful experience, I think, to see how people have really reacted to the characters because that was always our ambition, is to tell a very human piece that's very much based on the stories of the people rather than the politics. And that seems to be coming across and people really seem to be caring about what is going to happen to them and where are they going to go and asking all the questions that we asked ourselves in the development of the show. So it's very rewarding right now.
You used so many locations for this.
Yes.
And for so long.
Yes.
That must have been challenging.
Well, it was. Obviously, there's a lot of conversation about how you set it up when you're doing something so big as this and you're working out how do you go create Berlin, Warsaw, Paris, Manchester, and keep a production moving forward. We had many units shooting at the same time in different places, and it was a very demanding shoot doing that. I think that it's really wonderful to be able to go from sitting in a room with a writer, thinking about what a show could be, talking about it, and then being right at the end of the process and seeing those dreams become reality and having been involved in all the conversations, whether it's with the production designer about how you build these worlds, whether it's with the costume designer and what is each character in the look, with the casting director of who is the right part, to the actors themselves bringing all these brilliant characters to life. I mean, being able to be part of each part of the process, it's a dream. It's a dream. Yeah. It's a dream come true.
We're currently walking on the purple carpet, not the red carpet, of World on Fire. Do not miss it out. 10th of November, epic drama.
Новия Huawei P30Pro. Променяме правилата на фотографията.